Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Street and Davis Performance Hall and the Anne and Ellen Fife Theater. Please note the location of the exits nearest you. In the event of an emergency, please remain calm and await instructions from our staff. If the fire alarm sounds, you will be instructed to leave the building. Please proceed to the nearest exit where ushers will direct you. If you need special assistance, please notify your usher. Thank you. The event will begin in 5 minutes.
Please help me give it up for the Heidi Tidies. Good afternoon and welcome to the 2019 State of the University Address. My name is Madeline Todd and I am a junior studying animal science. I am also this year's undergraduate representative to the Board of Visitors.
Thank you everybody for being here with us today, both in person as well as virtually through the live streaming options. My name is Ryan King and I am a PhD candidate in translational biology, medicine, and health. This year I'm also the graduate representative to the Virginia Tech Board of Visitors. And if you would all please help us welcome to the stage the 16th President of Virginia Tech, Tim Sands.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Madeline. Thank you, Madeline and Ryan, and thank you to the Heidi Tidies for getting us started. Before we get started, though, today, I'd just like to make a comment about all of those Hokies and our friends who have been in the path of Hurricane Dorian over the last several days. The hurricane is now, as I speak, just leaving Hampton Roads. If you have or know someone who needs support, reach out to the Dean of Students if you're a student, or to my office, the Office of the President, if you'd like to know how Virginia Tech might be able to support you. As you know, we're all over the Commonwealth, so it's not just Blacksburg. We have this glorious weather, fantastic, but others are struggling right now. So, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here as we mark the beginning of another academic year at Virginia Tech. Welcome to our new and continuing students, faculty, and staff members who are here today, as well as everyone joining us online. This is a special academic year for many reasons, including a noteworthy milestone we're about to reach. At the end of the coming spring semester, that will mark 50 years since the General Assembly recognized our comprehensive mission by adding university to our official name. Even though our land-grant history goes back to 1872, and we'll celebrate our sesquicentennial in 3 years, as a university, Virginia Tech is still a young institution. When you consider what has been accomplished over the last 50 years, it's pretty remarkable. Our enrollment has more than tripled since 1970, and the operating budget has grown by a factor of 4 in real dollars, and there are 8 times as many living Hokies as there were in 1970. Virginia Tech remains a dynamic institution that continuously adapts to emerging opportunities to serve the Commonwealth, the nation, and the world. One reason for that success is the strong, consistent leadership of past presidents and of our Board of Visitors, and I want to express my appreciation to the board for their ongoing support. I especially want to recognize Dennis Tracy, who just completed his term as rector, for his great service to the university. Thank you, Dennis. And we're pleased to welcome our new rector, Horacio Valeras. Horacio, I can't see you in the audience. I know you're out there. Thank you. Board member Tish Long is here today, along with faculty representatives to the board, John Ferris, and staff representative Tamara Smith. We're also pleased to welcome officers of the Faculty Senate. Thank you for being here. We have representatives from the town of Blacksburg with us today, and I want to thank them for their ongoing support and partnership. Please welcome Mayor Leslie Hager-Smith, Town Manager Mark Verneal, and members of the Town Council are also with us today. Thank you. And I'd like to recognize Cyril Clark, who officially became our provost, our chief academic officer, in January of this year. And you'll hear from him a little later. And we've had several new leaders join the university, including Laura Belmonte, Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Human Sciences. Laura is with us this afternoon. Welcome, Laura. Lee Learman, Dean of the Virginia Tech Carilion School of Medicine. Reese Ramos, Director of the new University Ombuds Office, is here today. Welcome, Reese. Mike Young, our new men's basketball coach, is also here. Welcome, Mike. Thanks for being here. And Brian Sharp is moving from associate head coach to head coach of the men's golf program. We're excited about Virginia Tech Athletics' upcoming year and the opportunity to watch all of our teams on the new ACC network that launched last month. And I would like to thank 3 of our established leaders for taking on additional responsibilities this year. Dawn Taylor, Interim Vice President for Research and Innovation, Sally Morton, Dean of the College of Science, who has been appointed Interim Director of the Fralin Life Sciences Institute, and Brandy Salmon, Associate Vice President for Innovation and Partnerships, who has stepped in as Managing Director of the Innovation Campus's delivery team. Thank you, Dawn, Sally, and Brandy, for stepping up to lead yet again. And I want to recognize 2 longtime leaders this afternoon. A few months ago, Dwight Shelton was named Virginia's CFO of the Year. It's a fitting honor for Dwight, who will retire later this fall. He has been instrumental in our success for almost 40 years, laying the financial groundwork for our growth in Blacksburg, Roanoke, and Northern Virginia. Dwight is here with us this afternoon. Congratulations, Dwight. Thank you for your dedication and service. Coach Bud Foster is not here this afternoon because he's on the practice field with the team getting ready for tomorrow's game. He's coaching his final season this year. Let's recognize Bud Foster for his outstanding career at Virginia Tech, leading our lunch pail defense. My wife Laura is with us today. We've been on campus for a full 5 years now, and we want to thank everyone for all you've done to create this wonderful community. We're proud to be part of it and proud to be Hokies, so thank you all. In fact, a lot of people are proud to be Hokies this fall, a lot more than we initially expected. Each year, we forecast the percentage of students who will accept our offer of admission in order to meet our admissions goals. It's based on data from previous years, and it's usually pretty accurate. This year, in alignment with national trends, we expected a slight decrease in yield. That's the percentage of admitted students who choose Virginia Tech. We saw quite the opposite. Many more students than expected chose Virginia Tech, especially in-state students. And there are a number of factors involved, including excitement about the innovation campus, the highly relevant degree programs we offer, a streamlined and more inclusive admissions process, and the very positive and accurate perception that we have an outstanding community and campus. And we're committed to maintaining and enhancing the signature Virginia Tech experience. I greatly appreciate the work of the faculty in meeting our highest standards for the academic experiences of our students, even in challenging years such as this one. I want to also thank the staff and the students who worked over the summer to prepare for this incoming class. I also appreciate the Inn at Virginia Tech and the Blacksburg Holiday Inn Express for working with us to ensure that everyone has a residence hall experience in their first year. Laura and I had the opportunity to help some of our students move into the Inn, and they're doing a fantastic job there hosting our students and still continuing to operate as a first-class hotel and conference center. And of course, our surge stresses the town of Blacksburg in many dimensions. The town has been exceptionally supportive. So I'd like to thank again the mayor, town manager, and town council for working with us to meet the needs of our students and our community. Thank you. The surge will have an impact on all of us this year. However, if we manage it properly, and I believe we are, we have 1,000 more Hokies in our community, and that's a good thing because Hokies change the world. We will take all the factors that led to the surge into consideration as we prepare to admit next year's entering class to make sure that we don't significantly overshoot or undershoot our target. Our goal is to grow Virginia Tech to the right size, and that milestone continues to be about 30,000 undergraduate students by 2023. A great deal of work is underway to prepare for that growth on our Blacksburg campus in a way that supports and enhances the Virginia Tech experience for every student. Some of these projects include the renovation of Holden Hall, that just started. We will add more than 80,000 square feet to support the academic needs of the College of Engineering. The renovation of War Memorial Hall and parts of McComas Hall will enhance health, wellness, and recreational sports. And in case you're interested, while War Memorial will close during this renovation, we'll set up a temporary covered gym at the tennis courts on Beamer Way that will accommodate basketball, volleyball, indoor soccer, and other court-based activities. McComas will remain open with extended hours. We will soon start building a new multimodal transport facility on Perry Street, which will improve bus service and include resources for bicyclists, making it easier for students, faculty, and staff to move around without a car. We also have, as I'm sure you all know, 300 e-scooters available on campus this year as part of a pilot study by the Virginia Tech Transportation Institute. And it's been exciting to watch the new Creativity and Innovation District take shape on the eastern edge of campus. It includes a residence hall for 600 students and 2 living learning communities for the arts and entrepreneurship. We expect this new residence hall to be open for the fall of 2021. The upper quad is especially important as the Corps continues to be a significant presence at Virginia Tech, and it's really part of our country's military training infrastructure. This year, the Corps enrollment is over 1,100. The additional planned residence hall and the Corps Leadership and Military Sciences building will support growth to 1,400 cadets. We sometimes call the Corps our first living learning community, and I know some of the more seasoned Corps alumni smile at that, but they understand what we mean. They create a community that supports the development of each member. Corps alumnus and NASA legend Chris Kraft, who passed away in July, said his leadership training as a cadet at Virginia Tech was the foundation of his future success. Now, we've been also expanding our foundation beyond Blacksburg for several years now. We're strengthening our statewide presence through our agricultural research and extension centers, and we'll show you what's happening in one of those in just a moment. We're part of a new tech center in Hampton Roads that officially opened last month. We're establishing new partnerships and creating new ventures through Link and Launch. Link, our Center for Advancing Industry Partnerships, did significant work on the proposal that brought Amazon HQ2 to Virginia. Launch, the Center for New Ventures, is supporting our outstanding researchers as they turn their discoveries into new enterprises. Beam Diagnostics is a great example. You may have seen them in the news recently. Based on addiction research at the Fralin Biomedical Research Institute in Roanoke, Beam is developing an app to help doctors identify alcohol abuse. And speaking of Roanoke, our partnership with Carilion Clinic and the city continues to strengthen. Work is continuing on a new research building that will open next year under the leadership of Mike Friedlander. One of the researchers looking forward to that new facility joins us from his lab in Roanoke. Abida Sabah is a 4th-year PhD candidate in our Translational Biology, Medicine, and Health program. Welcome, Abida.
Thank you, President Sands. It's a pleasure.
So tell us why you're looking forward to the Institute's expansion. What is it that excites you the most?
Well, our research community here at the Fralin Biomedical Research Institute is super collaborative and open. And what this expansion means to me is that we're going to add more cutting-edge research teams to our community and create more opportunities for this collaboration and crosstalk. This is really critical to spur the kind of innovation we need to tackle the health issues our country is facing right now.
But I understand you recently received an NIH award to study how part of the brain processes the light we see. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you're exploring?
Sure. So we know that the eye is our portal into the visual world. It collects light-derived information, sends it into the brain, and that's what allows us to see images in picture. But at the same time, what we don't realize is that the eye is also collecting non-image forming visual information, which is information that doesn't create picture, but it's really important for biological functions. And so what happens is it collects this information in the retina, sends it into the brain, and then it goes into what's largely been a black box until recently. We know this part of the brain, what it receives, but we don't know what it does with the information and what it sends it out to. And so my research is focused on mapping this relatively unexplored region of the brain, and our recent data has been showing beautiful new cell types that no one's identified before. So stay tuned, we're hoping to publish soon.
Well, fantastic. Can you tell us a little bit about how this new knowledge that you're developing will actually help people? What can we look forward to in the future?
Absolutely. So previous research has shown that the neural circuits that process this kind of non-image forming visual functions, these neural circuits, when disrupted, are associated with disorders like mood disorders, depression, and eye movement disorders. So if we're thinking down the line into developing new therapeutics to treat these kinds of disorders, understanding what's happening in these black boxes that are unexplored is really critical for this kind of research.
Well, thank you. Where do I get one of those pins?
Oh, I'll gift you one next time I see you.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're also, yeah. We're also excited about our progress on the Virginia Tech Innovation Campus in the greater Washington, D.C. metro area. A search is underway for the Vice President and Executive Director, and our first master's program begins in the spring, pending approval by Chev. One of our longtime partners and supporters of Virginia Tech in the D.C. region is Sanju Bansal, an internationally recognized entrepreneur who co-founded the worldwide software company MicroStrategy. Sanju joins us live from Alexandria, where he has a view of the site of the future campus. Welcome, Sanju, and tell us why you're excited about the Innovation Campus. It looks like you've got a little wind there.
We sure do. We've got a little bit of weather up here, but hopefully you can hear me okay.
Yes.
We're real excited about the Innovation Campus here in the DC region. I say that not only for myself, but for all the business community that's up here. We're confident that the Innovation Campus will help grow the regional economy. It'll help us better compete with the tech hubs in Boston, Silicon Valley, and Austin, Texas that have had great university support to grow their ecosystems. And also, I think it's particularly important that we have a raised level, an elevated level of tech fluency in the region, given that the region is so important in the national policy debate about where technology is going to take us.
Well, thank you. You've said that the Innovation Campus is a missing ingredient, and could you elaborate on that a little bit? You touched on that, but what do you think we were missing before, and how is this going to make a difference?
Yeah, I'm sure to outsiders, the DC region looks robust economically. We've got good growth here, and the regional economy has been growing consistently for a few decades. But largely, the digital economy has been a service-based economy and not a product economy. And so the outsized growth that you get from product companies that we see in Boston or Silicon Valley, we don't actually have in this region. And so I'm really confident that having more computer science graduates coming out of the Innovation Campus and feeding into local economy will, one, spur more product innovation, and I'm really hopeful that we'll actually grow the next Microsofts and Googles right here in our backyard.
Well, thank you, Sanju. That was very helpful, and thanks for braving the wind out there. We look forward to seeing you soon in Alexandria.
Great. See you soon.
Thank you. As you can see, research, outreach, and partnerships are key to Virginia Tech's success and our mission to serve the Commonwealth and our communities. This is one significant way we are advancing the Beyond Boundaries vision. The Beyond Boundaries initiative began more than 4 years ago as a conversation about Virginia Tech's future, envisioning what we could accomplish without today's constraints and perceived barriers. The process laid the foundation for the VT-shaped student experience, the destination areas, and inclusive VT. Once the generational visioning process was complete, Beyond Boundaries became the foundation for the development of a new strategic plan, one that can continuously evolve as it guides and measures our progress toward our goals. Over the course of 18 months, a collaboration of faculty, staff, and students and alumni and university partners worked with Dr. Minna Pratt-Clark and the Office of Strategic Affairs to draft our new strategic plan called the Virginia Tech Difference: Advancing Beyond Boundaries. The plan was approved by the Board of Visitors this past June, and it articulates our vision, mission, and core values. Our vision: Virginia Tech will be a global leader by inspiring and empowering people to learn, innovate, and serve beyond boundaries. Our mission: inspired by our land-grant identity and guided by our motto, Ut Prosim, that I may serve. Virginia Tech is an inclusive community of knowledge, discovery, and creativity dedicated to improving the quality of life and the human condition within the Commonwealth of Virginia and around the world. Our core values are diverse and inclusive communities, knowledge and innovation, opportunity and affordability, and excellence and integrity. The plan also affirms our responsibility as a land-grant institution to support research and discovery, teaching and learning, and outreach and engagement. The plan lays out 4 overarching strategic priorities: advance regional, national, and global impact, elevate the Ut Prosim difference, be a destination for talent, and ensure institutional excellence. These priorities help define our vision as a global land-grant institution and give us a way to measure our progress. Where do we do well, and where do we need to strengthen or adjust our efforts? In November, the Board of Visitors will approve a new scorecard for the university. I'd like to give some examples of initiatives, milestones, and metrics that are being developed. To support our regional, national, and global impact, we are growing extramural research. We set a new record for extramural research expenditures in fiscal year 18, up 5% from the year before, and we expect fiscal year 19 to be up another 4%. We are driving record engagement in study abroad and building transdisciplinary teams to take on complex problems. One initiative that will advance our impact across the Commonwealth is the Smart Farm Innovation Network. As you can see from this map, the network originates here in Southwest Virginia and connects our research to the rest of the Commonwealth through our extension and research centers. Robin White is an assistant professor in animal and poultry sciences, and she's joining us from our research facility, the Mayer Center in Middleburg. So hello, Robin. Tell us about, did we lose her? There she is. Tell us about the Smart Farm Innovation Network.
Thank you, President Sands. The Smart Farm Innovation Network is a web of interconnected data collection sites, agricultural sites, located throughout the Commonwealth, as you showed on your map. This effort really contributes to the state's interest in enhancing rural connectivity, because many of these centers would have pretty poor networking capacity without the Smart Farm Innovation Network in place. The long-term goal of connecting these different centers is to create new collaborations between researchers, industry, and other stakeholders that otherwise may not exist. So by creating these collaborations, we can leverage the state's expertise in moving toward efficient, sustainable, and resilient agricultural systems.
So can you tell us a little bit specifically about what happens at the Mayer Center? We can kind of get a sense of that with your friend here, but would you elaborate for us, Professor White?
I'll take the moment to introduce my colleague. This is Rad. He's one of the horses that we have up here at the Middleburg Agriculture Research and Extension Center. This center is one of the 11 ARECs that Virginia Tech houses. These ARECs are really the backbone of the Smart Farm Innovation Network because they serve as living laboratories. So they really embody the tripartite mission. Not only can we leverage the new connections to improve our research capacity, but we can also do the same thing with our extension and education efforts. Here at the Mayer Center, our work really focuses on what we're calling a One Horse initiative, which is shamelessly borrowed from the One Health initiative. So we focus our research at the nexus of stewardship, nutrition, and exercise, trying to work toward, again, more sustainable and resilient production systems using the horse as a model.
How does technology support your focus on animal health and sustainability? Can you say a little bit more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So the reason why we're doing this from a barn today is, maybe you can or can't see, my buddy here is actually wearing one of our prototype smart halters. So this halter is equipped with quite a bit of technology to be able to tell us what he's doing when he's out in a pasture system, and then tell us specifically where he's behaving in that particular manner. So as an example, we can tell where he's spending his time eating. And then perhaps from a more environmental interest, we can tell where he's spending his time defecating. And then we can track the impact of those activities through a network of sensors that we embed in the soil and the local water. So my collaborators across the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences and the College of Engineering really help to make these efforts possible. So certainly without technology, we wouldn't really have a Smart Farm Innovation Network.
So I think what you're telling me is the horse on a treadmill is completely obsolete now. Is that right? We're gonna have to come up with a replacement.
Maybe not obsolete, but we're moving toward the next generation of technologies to understand what that horse on the treadmill is actually doing. We'll work on a catchy theme song to go with it, but come back to us on that.
I think we have the song, we just need the visuals. So.
Perfect, will do.
Thanks, Robin. Thank you, Professor White. Our second strategic priority, the Pro-Sim difference, recognizes our mission of service to humanity and our land-grant responsibility of access and opportunity. Every land-grant university has a tripartite mission of learning, discovery, and engagement. At Virginia Tech, we accomplish those mission imperatives through the lens of our motto, and that is the Virginia Tech difference. Our research begins with a goal to advance the human condition, whether that be in the New River Valley, Flint, Michigan, or Botswana. We should never lose sight of that end objective. The highest purpose of our teaching mission is to prepare the next generation for lives of meaningful and impactful service to our communities and to humanity across the globe. Who comprises that next generation, and how will we prepare those students to serve at their highest capacity? These aspirations have led to us to stretch our implicit assumptions about who can become a Hokie. And all those who are becoming Hokies should be exposed to a wide array of lived experiences in Blacksburg and wherever they go in the world to study, perform research, or build community. The emerging milestones for our strategic plan describe a broader access and eliminating the disparities in the Virginia Tech experience that reflect in student success. For example, we are striving to reach 25% underrepresented minority students in our 2022 entering undergraduate class. This falls well short of being representative of the demographics of Virginia, but it's an important first step. Our last two entering classes have been at about 14%, well above the 10 to 11% that was typical of a decade ago, but we're not where we need to be yet. We've also committed to 40% underrepresented and underserved, including first-generation, low-income, and veteran students. We are hovering at about 35% now. Again, more work to do. Increasing financial aid is really critical, and actually this is the first year this century with no increase in tuition for in-state students. That will help to ensure that our graduates are not burdened by excessive debt. We appreciate our representatives in Richmond for prioritizing affordability during the past General Assembly session. Our third strategic priority, being a destination for talent, is also reflected in the class of 2023. Although this class is among the most diverse, it is also one of our most competitive ever by traditional measures, and in qualities such as leadership, service, resilience, and long-term goals. This is the kind of talent that makes our university better and allows us to prepare our graduates for our employers so that they can grow and advance our economy and our communities. Our outstanding alumni will play an important role in the student experience this year with the official launch of Hokie Mentorship Connect, an online platform that will connect undergraduate students with alums for career-related support. We're really excited about that. In addition to attracting talented students, Virginia Tech is also committed to convening top-notch faculty. To tell us more about the role of faculty in being a destination for talent, I've asked Cyril Clark, our Executive Vice President and Provost, to join me on the stage. Thank you, Cyril.
Thank you. Thank you, President Sands. All members of our community, faculty, staff, students, and administrators play essential roles in accomplishing our mission, but none more so than our faculty. It is our faculty who are accountable for student learning, who lead research and creative projects, and who are primarily responsible for producing the scholarly works that advance outreach and service to our global community. This past year, we welcomed over 175 instructional faculty to Virginia Tech, representing a diversity of expertise and scholarly interests. Included among our new faculty is Dr. Rosanna Bro, Assistant Professor of Psychology. In her first month on faculty, she received the CHADD 2019 Young Investigator Award for her research on children with attention deficit disorder. So Dr. Bro joins a faculty already recognized for its excellence. For example, as Dr. Eric Line completes his Guggenheim focusing on spatial music involving integration of computers and musical instruments, Dr. Carmen Jimenez Smith is starting her Guggenheim, during which she will continue to study the construction and meaning of identity through media such as TV. In the areas of science and technology, we recently received news that Drs. Megan Warrow and Dr. Megan O'Rourke have each been awarded a Presidential Early Career Award for Scientists and Engineers, the PCASE Award. The PCASE is the highest honor bestowed by the US government to outstanding scientists and engineers who are beginning their independent research careers and who show exceptional promise for leadership in science and technology. Building on our National Science Foundation Career Award, Dr. Warrow studies students' understanding of linear algebra in quantum physics. Dr. O'Rourke examines the value of biodiversity in agriculture and the environmental impacts of different agricultural production systems. Her research is funded by the US Department of Agriculture. President Sands, I could spend all afternoon here talking about the excellence of our faculty and their accomplishments, but we don't have enough time. Suffice to say that we have incredibly talented faculty who are enabled by dedicated staff and students, and they're all bringing global distinction to our university as they carry out our land-grant missions in the spirit of Ud Prosim.
Thank you, Cyril.
Okay.
Our fourth strategic priority, institutional excellence, is the structure that supports our vision and goals. It includes goals such as increasing our endowment to $1.6 billion by 2022, essentially doubling where we were in 2014. So far, we're on track, having advanced from about $800 million 5 years ago to over $1.2 billion today. I know it sounds like a lot of money, but nationally, we barely make the top 100. Institutional excellence also includes developing effective and efficient processes that allow our students and faculty to focus their efforts on teaching, learning, research, and engagement. Dwayne Pinckney joined us last year as Senior Vice President for Operations and Administration, and I've asked him to join me on stage to briefly talk about our opportunities to enhance institutional excellence. Dwayne?
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, thank you, President Sands. Good afternoon, everyone. I've spent the past year getting to know the individuals who support the university's operations, and that's in finance and human resources, facilities, policy and governance, information technology, and equity and accessibility. I've come to really appreciate their talent and commitment to the university and its mission. They are the glue that holds everything together. The goal of institutional excellence is to align the university's strategic priorities in the most effective way possible. We're working to eliminate the barriers, unnecessary workflows, and redundant efforts that can develop in any large, complex organization. We want to be agile and responsive and have a mindset that embraces continuous improvement. We want to make it easier for you to do the work you came here to do. We're also working to establish a strong, efficient, sustainable financial structure that will support our vision for growth across the Commonwealth in collaboration with our partners in government, industry, and philanthropy. Virginia Tech is a great place to live, work, study, and learn, and I believe we can make it even better. Our goal is to be best in class, and I have great confidence in the ability of our employees and our leadership to make it happen. It's going to be an exciting year, and I look forward to working with you. All of the initiatives, the exciting initiatives that you've heard about earlier, deserve our best efforts, and we will make them. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dwayne. Thank you, Dwayne. We're really fortunate to have Cyril, Dwayne, and a tremendous leadership team here in place at Virginia Tech. We have ambitious plans and bold ideas, all of which require the backing of the best advancement team in higher education under the able leadership of Charlie Flager. The friends, alumni, and partners of Virginia Tech have contributed more resources than ever before during the past fiscal year, $182 million in new gifts and commitments. That's more than double the annual giving level from 5 years ago. We had the largest gift in Virginia Tech's history, a $50 million gift from the Horace G. Fralin Charitable Trust and Haywood and Cynthia Fralin for the renamed Fralin Biomedical Research Institute at VTC. Thank you to the Fralins for propelling Virginia Tech and the Roanoke region forward. Over 36,000 individuals, corporations, and foundations gave to Virginia Tech last year. The number of alumni who gave increased to over 26,000, up 3% from last year. That places our alumni giving rate at 13%. And while the number of alumni who give has increased, 13% is a pretty small fraction of those who are deeply committed to the institution. This is a real opportunity for us because our alumni are among the most engaged in the country. And when our alumni give, it's more than just dollars. They feel a sense of ownership in the university's success, and that kind of engagement benefits the university in many ways. We have a goal to achieve an alumni giving rate of 22% by 2022. To do so, we need 20,000 additional alumni to give to the university. It's a way to advance our overall margin of excellence, and it would be a real point of pride for the entire Hokie community. Does anyone know what the University of Virginia's annual alumni giving rate is? It's 18%. So every year we celebrate winning the Commonwealth Cup on the football field, but UVA outpaces us on the fundraising field. So when we hit 22% by 2022, we'll claim some bonus bragging rights as well. And there's never been a more important time for alumni, friends, partners, and employees to invest in our success. This fall, we'll be launching a new fundraising campaign to support our vision for the future of the university. I hope everyone in our extended Hokie family will consider what Virginia Tech means to them their families, their communities, and the Commonwealth. When Laura and I came here 5 years ago, we joined this community in imagining Virginia Tech's potential future as a leading global land-grant university. Today, the university we imagined is taking shape right before our eyes. We see it in the faculty, staff, and student talent that we are attracting to our academic programs. We see it in the increasing diversity around us. We see it in the expanding growth and impact of our campus, our programs, and our people. And we see it in the growing support of alumni, partners, and friends. We see it in the vision, mission, core values, and strategic plan that are focused on our future. We see it in the prosim difference, which exemplifies who we are and who we aspire to be. We have an opportunity to do something great for higher education, our Commonwealth, our communities, and each other. It will be challenging, and coasting on our current momentum just won't get us there. It's going to take all of us working hard, working together, and using all of our resources and talents. And we can do it. Just look how far we've come. Now it's time to get up, touch that hokey stone, and run out onto the field. We know where the goal is, and working as a team will get us there. Thank you for everything you have done and everything you're about to do. Are you ready? Let's go. All right, one more. Let's go. All right, thank you very much.